Welcome back to the Director's Garage. I'm your host and resident idiot, Michael. Who else? And a hearty welcome to all of our new subscribers. Ahoy!
Walk the plank.
I don't know where these things come from. Now, we have a giveaway going on, and a lot of new viewers have come into the channel right now, and I'll warn you that we do a lot of stupid around here. And oh my god, did I just do another stupid with zeros attached? It's right here. This would be stupid with a lot of zeros attached. It's still that's about 2 episodes away, but I do these giveaways as sort of a subscriber drive, and I'm sorry if I sound at times like a broken record, but these giveaways are kind of like a boost to the channel. It's kind of like a turbo mode. I get a big inrush of people who subscribe, and the more people we get on board, the better and better these giveaways are going to get, and hopefully I give you guys a little information and a few laughs along the way, but then again, it's me, so maybe not. And speaking of fun, let's check out a quick headline. This is my favorite one in a while. Now, Meze Audio has announced an update to their either loved or hated Empyrean flagship. It's now called the Empyrean Elite. And the form factor is identical to the existing Empyrean, but there's a new finish on the headphone, and they've been doing this off and on from time to time. Generally, this is a good thing because the Empyrean is already the most comfortable headphone on the market today. No question, nothing comes close to this thing. But they did apparently update the driver inside. Stay with me. Looking at what the new and improved driver can do compared to the old one, well, the new driver now has a name. It's called the Paris. That's P-A-R-U-S, not like the French city. It's said to have less mass than the old driver. I'll get into that in a second. The supplied images, though, they look identical in every way. They just are silver instead of the copper things. But they do claim a few gains. What gains, you say? Well, I'm glad you asked, because it's pretty funny. The existing Meze, this one right here, has a frequency response of 4 Hz to 100,000 Hz. The new headphone, well, it goes from 3 Hz to 112,000 Hz. So it's a gain of 1 Hz on the bottom end and 2 Hz up top. And it's interesting that they did this because our hearing only really picks up from 20 Hz to 20,000 Hz, but there you go. It also picks up 1 dB of efficiency, and it drops 0.5% of harmonic distortion while shaving off a whopping 10 grams. Now, if you are as confused as I am about these numbers, you gotta check out what lead designer and founder Antonio Meze of Meze Audio says about this new headphone, and I quote, "With the Elite, we've created something that transcends all barriers of headphone design and engineering and moves to a new artistic, graceful level." I gotta say, this is all hyperbolic. There is nothing quantifiable in the statement. And the issues with the Meze Empyrean, they're highly technical. This was a really good headphone, but they just weren't very fast. And the headphones lacked a ton of detail compared to everything else in its price point. So I'm hoping that some of this transcending Mr. Meze is talking about is about picking up speed and detail, because that's what this needs. Now, I know I'm having some fun here at Meze's expense, but that statement needs to start out with, "We found a way to get more detail out of this amazing package." And you've got something then you should be reporting that, and then you should be blasting that to all the news and to all of us out here. But because despite its flaws, I enjoy the Empyrean. I actually listen to these quite a bit because they're so fun and comfortable to wear. So if you found a way to address its technical shortcomings, we're going to have to wait and see what's really going on here. But that's your headline for today. I did warn you that we have some fun around here. So, on to the show. And today we're doing my very favorite type of episode. It's a blind what's in the box. And here's how it works. I have this box here, right here. I have no idea what's in this box. It could be a $100 product. It could be a $1,000 product. Anything goes, really. And we're going to open it together on the show, and we're going to explore its contents together. It's some live action for you. And today's box comes to us from the fine folks at folks, it's Audio 46, of course. Folks, Audio 46 is your personal audio superstore. The summer clearance sale is going on right now, and from Denon to Beyerdynamic to Noble Audio, Audio 46 has everything you'll ever want for your listening setup. They ship fast and free. They price match. They're the very best in the business, and if you follow the link below and enter the coupon code Director's Garage, all one word, at checkout, you'll get 5% off most purchases. It's another way that we here at the Director's Garage are giving back to you guys, and it helps the channel survive at the same time. It's a total win-win. And only Audio 46 knows what the hell is in this box right here. So let's get to ripping. Even though we're only families apart, well, I pick up my axe and fight like a farmer. Get that one? Get it? That's Machine Gun by Jimi Hendrix. Probably the greatest guitarist of all time. Who's your favorite guitarist? Comment below. Looking pretty good so far. I love the anticipation of these episodes. I know I say this often, but there's a kinetic thing that goes on, I think, even at home. Like, you don't know what it is. I don't know what it is. And here it is. We're going to open it together. And I think it's going to open up right now. And here we go. You ready? Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready? And it's paper for a change. Paper. And, bubble wrap. So let's see what we got here. This looks like an IEM, if I had to guess, because it's coming in on the small side, but let's see. We're gonna, yeah, it's a black box, but you know this happens to me. Let's flip it over and see what's going on. And okay, now we've got something. This is a Visioneers logo. This is a Visioneers, and it's got a great logo on it. Let's take a look at the top here. Look at this. This is really nice and shiny, and it's a flip case, so I should be able to unveil this thing right here. And are you ready? Welcome to the VE family, Visioneers. Yeah, I got it right just by the logo. That's good advertising right there. Okay. Inside lid of the box, I'm just going to call your attention down here for a second. Handcrafted in Cologne. Very nice, very classy. These embossings are kind of expensive to do on these boxes, so I appreciate that. Now, I'm thinking that when I remove this card, we're going to see something. So I'm going to do this and try and do it all at once and see if we can't get down to something. I am not looking under the card, and...
Okay.
No, I was wrong. You don't see anything. And down here, oh, wow. I've never seen fluid ear cleaner, in-ear cleaner. Okay, it's a cleaner, I assume, for the tip, and then you get a little cleaning tool. So the prize must be in this guy right here. This is very heavy, too. I'm dying to see what these are. I still don't know what the product is. And... no. Hey, look at this. Oh, my gosh. These are gorgeous. Now, these are Visioneer 7s, which I'm going to assume is a 7-driver IEM. Either way, these are shades of the Empire Ears Odin, so I'm very intrigued. Now, I have heard a lot about Visioneers over the years. They are certainly one of those brands that pops up when people start talking about the best IEMs in the world. So I'm very curious to give these a listen, and man, Audio 46, really, these are a premium product, and I cannot think that these are anywhere under $2,000 if I had to guess just looking at them. And I imagine you are going to pay a premium price for anything that looks this insanely gorgeous. So let's dig deeper on this box, because I am assuming, on the case here, because I'm assuming that down here there must be a cable. And let's take, oh yeah, I can already see it's attached. Woo! Now the cable is a little on the thin side, and I'm not as impressed with it because it reminds me a bit of the Meze Rai Solo when it comes to construction. And look at the length off of the yoke to the earpiece, and that looks a little on the short side from what I would want. Let's get these things wired up next and see how they do. So we are wired up. I think I'm going to see how these fit first and putting them in. Oh, they're isolating. They're super isolating. Yeah. They really block out sound outside my head. Very much like they remind me of my Ultimate ears, my reference monitors that are customs. Yeah, they really isolate a lot. Wow. Fantastic. Little on the large side. I'm not sure they'll be comfortable long term. So let's head into a Director's Garage sound impression, except no substitute. I'm going to start with some Jackson Browne, and we're going to go to the Running on Empty track. This is a beautiful record. Oh, it's a big, full sound. This is a test of the senses. There's a lot happening at once here. Wow, I'm picking up so much at once. I'm having a hard time, taking it all in. Okay, let's talk about a few basics here. First of all, there's tremendous imaging. The left to right separation of instruments is really impressive. I'm not hearing a terribly wide soundstage. Jackson Browne is singing right up in my face, but that could be just a recording or this version of the album. This is a different take. This is not like other IEMs I've heard. When I put the Kineras in, which are my mid-range, mid-field IEM my go-to, they had this incredible, impressive thing because they were super bright on top and they dug tremendously low at the bottom. And these don't do that. I get the feeling, though, that I'm listening to something with a lot of nuance and a lot of accuracy. But Jackson is really forward, and I don't recall him being this forward on this record. So I want to go to something else. All right, I'm going to go to some Paul McCartney, and I'm going to listen to the Ram record. Now, this is a big soundstage generally on most things I listen to. The top of this, too many people. There's not a lot of snap and sparkle on this snare up top. But I'm hearing very crisp picking on the strings as he's strumming, so... Oh, that's good. There's a good top end on this. This is a premium headphone. There's no question. I don't know that they're for me. But I'm really interested in them, and it's a sound that makes me want to dig deeper. It's a tighter bass, and it's probably a little more accurate. My initial impression is that we're listening to a lot of balanced armatures. Some people hear balanced armatures these days, and it's a buzzword for cheap, and there's nothing cheap about the sound. God, there's a lot of snap up top. These are very fast. I just don't hear a really wide soundstage. They're definitely a more narrow experience. Spot on imaging. Listening to Dear Boy now off the same record. There's a lot happening in vocals, and they're playing with the panning on the vocals, and it's very interesting. It's coming across very good. It's interesting that I got these because I've spent a lot of time with the Kinera Nanna in the last week. I did some more traveling. I can't help it. They send me places. And I was in a plane for about, 5-6 hours in the last week. And I would have appreciated the isolation that these bring over the Kinera. I don't know that they have the tonality that I love about the Kinera, if they could beat that. But there's something that sounds a little more expensive than the Kinera about this, if I can say that. It's like a layered sound. This is a good set, guys. This is a great set. It's just, I don't know that it fits my perfect signature for tonality. But there's no question. There is speed. There is great imaging. There's a lot to love about this Visioneer 7. know we haven't done in a long time is a Pink Floyd track. Give me something off of Animals, huh? These image sensationally. The soundstage is just mediocre. But the imaging is so good, I don't give a damn. They're not the most comfortable. These are getting a little bit, you know, I'm about 10, 15 minutes in. I'm starting to feel them. There's something nasty going on with these. They don't dig terribly deep, though. There's so much texture and layering. Like, that's what they do that the Kinera does not. There's a lot of depth to the sound. A couple more tracks, and then we're going to wrap this. This is Los Lobos, Kiko. I go to this track a lot. I'm sorry. It's just something that I know. And I know what it's supposed to sound like, and I know what it does sound like. And it'll let me know in a hurry what's going on here. It's got slam, but it's a controlled slam. I don't know that they're my perfect IEM, but there's a lot to like about them. Let's go to Cannonball. This is made for jazz. It's that intimate thing. When you're listening to a quality set, there's no question. Like, there's a texture, there's shit going on here that you can't help but appreciate, no matter if these are for you or not. These are an experience. These are a show. Somebody is going to call this their favorite IEM. It's not me, but somebody is going to call this their very favorite IEM, and it's going to be well-deserved. Audio 46 dropped the bomb on us. This is an amazing set. All right, we're going to stop. All right, I got to stop because I'm going to keep doing this all afternoon. Let's look these up real quick because I got to know what's going on. I know that there's 7 drivers. I would not be surprised, though, if these are all balanced armatures. I think they're really high-quality balanced armatures. But let's see. I'm not claiming to be some headphone aficionado, but I think that what this shows you, what I'm about to tell you, will show you that I've grown enough to start to recognize things, and this is stuff that you can do yourself. If you keep auditioning different gear, you're going to start hearing things that will clue you into what you're hearing. And these are 7 balanced armatures. They're really good balanced armatures. They're very high quality, but these are all balanced armatures. And I figured that because I wasn't hearing, there's a sharpness to the electrostatic tweeters that are out there right now that kind of give them a signature. And I wasn't hearing that on this. And that's why I said it wouldn't surprise me if these are all BAs. These are a really high quality set though, and they are $1,860, and they are probably worth all of that. Now I'm going to do a sound check on these, and we'll go into some of the different layers of it. This is a very well tuned and a very well put together set. Would they get my recommendation? I would say if you've got this kind of money to spend, you're not going to be disappointed by what these present. Cable's a little bit on the cheap side for an $1,800 headphone. I would like to see a thicker, more robust cable. And secondly, ear hole, a little bit on the large side. They started to get uncomfortable. They have a lot of the Odin feel to them. After 15, 20 minutes, they're going to start hurting a little bit. So maybe that's find a different ear tip. I don't know. They sound, though, the sound is worth it. The sound is worth the pain. So quite a few surprises today, including that it was the Visioneer 7. I had no idea. But the sound is really good, and that's got me psyched out. And we're going to do a sound check investigation of these, a deep dive into the Visioneer 7s because they're worth it. They're a really quality set, and I can't wait to do that. Now, next we are heading into another sound check. This one of this headphone back here. This is the Focal Stellia that I unboxed on the last episode. So we're going to be doing a deep dive into the sound on this. What did Focal get right, and what did they get not so right on their closed back flagship headphone? Also coming, and that's probably 2 shows away, is this. It's another flagship that just arrived in the mail today. And this is an Uber flagship. You are not going to want to miss this one. That's coming up. And I'm still waiting on my Abyss Phi 1266 to come back from repairs from New York. just a little tune-up, but once those are back, we're going to have an epic shootout of all my top-tier headphones, which may include what's in the box down there. I don't think they're going to be including the Stellia, but some of these flagships will be going up for sale. There will be blood. Make sure you are subscribed to the Director's Garage so you don't miss a thing. Give this episode a thumbs up if you had a reasonably good time today. I know, man, anytime I hear a good headphone, it's a good day. You know what I'm saying?
Gosh!
But you can do the other thing, too, if I just wasted your life for 15 minutes.
You're fired.
I can't say I blame you either way. Sorry! And I'll see you guys before you know it.